Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home. I'm your host, Angela Stribling, and I'm smiling real big right now because my friend is back. He is back to his DMV roots, and we just love him so much every time he comes on our platform. He's Grammy nominated. He's won all kinds of awards. Actually, when I bring him on, you're going to see this real nice Billboard award he's got right in the background. But he's so busy, but he took out a few moments to talk to all of his fans here on HUR at Home. With no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Kevin Ross.
Hey,
Hi.
listen,
Man, it's been a while. Welcome back.
yes, it's been a while. I'm glad to be here. Yeah, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm blessed as well. And it's been a minute. I mean, we had you on this platform during the pandemic and you were so cool. And it was the Kevin Ross show.
Come on
It
now.
was okay. You're like, I'm going to take you on a journey. It was a musical journey, but I
Okay.
just love it. And, here we are. It's Black Music Month, and you are busy. Now, one of the things I read about you is that I don't know if you've done it yet or if you're getting ready to perform with Billboard Icon Award winner, Miss Mary J. Blige. Did that happen yet?
So that happens actually this weekend, Memorial Day
Woo!
weekend. Yes, in Aruba. So I'm super excited about that. Like I thought that I was just gonna kind of be like somewhere in the lineup. Like I think I'm like right before her. So it's like a very surreal moment. So I'm like I'm the prep act for Mary J. So this is awesome.
This is That's a good fit. That's a good fit. I mean, listen, I've been to a Kevin Ross concert and they just better get ready. It's nice. I mean, what I love is that, you're biologically young, but you're an old soul. I mean, when you hit the stage and you start singing, it's that's your happy place. So
Yeah.
anybody who's there, including Miss, Billboard icon Mary J. Blige, the queen,
Yes.
she's gonna love it too. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Hopefully she
I'm
checks it
sure
out.
she will.
Hopefully she's in the wings somewhere, or as
Oh
she's
yeah.
getting ready, that she can hear it. So it's awesome.
Oh my God, that's so nice. This is just the beginning of that relationship. But you're doing
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. There's the Black Music Honors.
Yes,
Tell me about that.
we just taped that in Atlanta. We honored some amazing people. We honored Carrie
Mm.
Hilson, Tevin Campbell,
Ooh,
Mary. We also paid tribute to Karen White. We paid tribute
nice.
to so many different icons. Man, it was amazing, and to see them all there and receiving their
Nice.
flowers. There's nothing better
Mm.
than. So it was really awesome, and all of the talent, all of the acts came to show up and show out. So it was really, really dope.
I love it. So tell us about your role with all of that. You were one of the artists paying tribute to the other
Yes,
artist, or what?
yes. So I was one of the artists paying tribute to Karen White. So Karen White,
Ah,
uh,
Superwoman herself.
exactly. So
Mm.
White and Babyface has a song called Love Salt, and so
Oh
I ended
yeah,
up with
absolutely.
Miss Amber Riley. So that was really an awesome thing. So, yeah,
That is
yeah.
so nice, and I love how I mean, you're doing a lot and you still seem so excited about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, I get to do this for a living. This is my career, so it's like I could be doing anything else, but God has allowed for
Yeah.
me to, use my talent. So it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, you've groomed this beautiful gift that God gave you. So from the DMV, was it Duke Ellington that you started out going
Yeah,
to?
Ellington, North.
Yes.
That's where they groomed me. That's where it all started. So
Nice.
humble beginnings, but it laid a great
Mm,
foundation for what was to come and what is still to come. So I'm
yeah,
honored, to, be
I
placed
love
right
it.
in DC. Yeah.
Yes, and also on this musical journey of figuring it all out and honing your skills and learning after Duke Ellington, Berkeley School of
Berklee
Music?
College of Music. Yeah.
Very nice, very
Yeah.
nice. I love it. I mean, along the way, I mean, there's so many great artists who have, followed that same path. Are there artists that you were in school with that, might have been in front of you or behind you that you're still in touch with from those days?
Of course, there's engineers, producers, writers, artists themselves that went on to do some amazing stuff. So yeah, we try to stay in contact as much as possible. So at Berkeley, it wasn't a HBCU or anything like that. So
Right.
Berkeley itself is kind of like our fraternity. So it's like, you went to
Yeah,
Berkeley, and we just kind of have that in common and
I love
admiration
it.
back. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, there's so many great artists who have come out of there, and Duke Ellington as well.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
mean, so many amazing artists such as yourself, and I love it. I mean, you represent the DMV so well, and I'm always just so proud, whenever I'm on HUR and I get an opportunity to play your music, I do, and I
Mm.
always brag on the fact that you're from right here. And,
Right.
I mean, I just love it. And so when you talk about the things that you have been doing and the things that you're gonna do, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, what are some of those things that you aspire to that you haven't done yet?
I win a Grammy for sure. I would love to collaborate with Stevie Wonder. I just got a call
Mm.
past Thanksgiving from India Ari, and so she was
Ah,
just, hey, what are you like? What are you doing right now? I'm like, with my family. So she's like, I got to tell you this story. I was just on the phone with Stevie, and your song came on, and he stopped the whole conversation just to listen and to sing along with your song. And I was like, oh
oh!
no, one
What?
step closer. Yeah, one step closer.
Ah,
Stevie has heard
that's a
my song.
Christmas present. Oh, yeah, I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
and not to name drop, but Stevie is one of my very close friends as well. And
Awesome.
just from, my history of hosting BET, I used to have a prominent show on BET back in the day, and it afforded me the opportunity to make, really good bonds and friendships with the likes of people like him. And I only bring that up to say what India was telling you is so true, because when it comes to good music, he is there for it all the time, and he's listening intently, and his ears are just bananas
Listen,
when
y'all.
you've got it. Because I remember one time, and this was a while ago, I was in his presence, and he had that same reaction to Rochelle Farrell. That was when Rochelle was really hot. And
Yes.
he stopped everything and said, I just love her voice. I don't know if she ever, knew that, but it's real. So look out, get ready. Get ready. I can't wait. So, okay, Stevie Wonder, you want to win a Grammy. Anybody else you want to collaborate with that you haven't yet?
Ah, I mean, it's fair game, to be honest.
Okay.
I would love to I would love to just, continue to immerse myself in the community, whether it's, what I mean, the
Mm,
OGs of the game and also the younger ones. And just,
yeah.
I'm here to help. I'm here to be of service, to use whatever God's given me to help assist in, whatever projects, because it's all in the betterment of music and making moments and memories and enhancing that. So
Yeah.
I'm here to help, and I'm here to be a part of as many memories as possible. So yeah.
I love that. And it seems like R&B love songs are back in style. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
shame that, the industry was just kind of, glamorizing all the violence and all of that and just really only embracing that. But it seems like finally the love songs and the artists who sing these beautiful love songs are finally getting more attention. You agree with that?
I do agree. I'm excited to see, the wave that happens, you know what I mean, especially with love songs, starting with the Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open, to even Money Long's Hours and
Mm,
Hours.
mhm.
What's next? What comes after this? And how do we keep the momentum going? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While still, providing variety. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna ask you that question. When it comes to a Kevin Ross song that you write, what do you draw from? Is it all your personal experience or just
Mm.
anything? Like, what are you inspired by?
I'm inspired. I'm inspired by experience, by observation too. So,
Mhm.
sometimes I don't have to go through it, but I could just listen to somebody and just, kind of relate to say, okay, I may not been through this exact thing, but this is a great concept. This is something that we can expound upon that I feel like a lot of other people, if not me, millions can relate to. So let's tap into this. And so for me, it's
Mm.
all about conversation pieces. You know what I mean? Like how
Mhm.
many, how many subjects can really spark a conversation and say, oh man, like I may not have liked this song, but it got me talking because of
Yeah.
what they said within it. So I
Yeah.
think the most important part within music is the fact that whether you like a song or not, or whether it's pleasant to listen to, but as long as it makes you react, um, you
Mm.
know, okay, you know what? Let's talk about this. You know what? I don't like this part of it. And then, it just starts a conversation. So, we're bringing humanity together.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about
I
for me.
love that. Yeah, and it's all about you because you're the artist, right? I mean, different people draw on different things. Their process is different. And yeah, I love hearing about yours. That's beautiful. It could be anything, like real life stuff. And like you
Yeah.
said, things that are going to spark some conversations. So things people can relate to in their daily lives, whether they like
Yeah.
it or not, just real stuff. Right?
It's- yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So
Yeah.
tell us about Drive 2.
Drive to. So
Mhm.
the beautiful thing with Drive to it just came out in October. It was number one R&B album on iTunes when it came out. We had a top 10 record from off of it called Looking for Love. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
I still love Looking for Love.
Let's see. Baby, if you're looking for love, girl, sooner or later you're bound to find it. Can't keep holding on to what was. You gotta be willing to trust in something if you're really looking for love. Girl, sooner or later you know it's right here. It'll come when you open up. Girl, until then we'll keep in touch. We'll keep in touch. Yeah, I got the piano right here. So just
I'm saying, you just go. Oh, oh my gosh, you just made my whole night. You did. That was beautiful. All
yeah,
right, you know what? Feel free to just bring, in the middle of me talking or whenever you feel inspired, you just go. Oh, that's
thanks.
beautiful. That's my jam, though. I mean, we rock that on WHUR constantly. Not to mention my own home, Alexa is playing it all the time. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. I mentioned the last time I had a conversation with you that you can't get out of the way of music. I mean, I think it's your aunt
Yeah.
Vivian, who is just an amazing singer as well. What's
Mm.
what is this in your family? Where did it come from? Who's passing on those genes?
Man, honestly, as far as we know, this is God's doing. My
Yeah.
grandfather from
Oh,
my father's side, as far as I know, he sang. And then I know my father sings, my aunt sings, my other uncles sing. So, as far as our lineage goes, thus far from my father's side, it's only but so
okay.
far. So we all, give it up to God to just be like, this is God's doing. So wherever it came
That's
from,
beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I can just imagine. So Kevin Ross as a little boy, were you singing with your dad, or when did this whole thing start? And when did you know you had something?
Uh Man, I'd say when I kind of first started catching the bug as far as music is concerned, it was me going with my father to different like weddings and
Mm,
church functions,
yeah,
and and just kind of just be honed in and focused on his delivery and how the crowd responded. You know what I mean? Like my
nice,
father always solid as it pertains to just like delivering. He always prepped, he always prepared, he always practiced. If you
nice.
lyrics, like he was always on point with it. So that always taught me to just, stay ready, stay prepared. But then also, as I got older, I wanted to see if I could sing. And
Mhm.
I would kind of, tinker around and play with certain things, listen to Stevie Wonder songs and, see if there is something that is there. And then eventually my mom surprised me, probably on my 13th or 14th birthday, and she bought me studio time. And they had a
Oh,
piano already there. And I sang, Ribbon in the Sky. And I was like, oh
oh,
my God.
oh
So
my God.
it was awesome. It was awesome. So it was a
Ah,
yeah, what is it? Ribbon in the Sky. Oh, so long for this night. I pray that a star will guide you my way to share with me this special day without ribbons in the sky for our love. So yeah, so that's
oh,
how
you
it.
won. You won. Yes. Oh, that is
yeah. And
beautiful. And you know what?
it's
I love how you're
uh,
describing your dad had so much respect for his gift. And you have
yeah,
it too. You're not just going to get up there and, just do any old thing. It's always, even if it's a line, it's you
yeah,
deliver it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
But yeah,
that's beautiful.
that's where it started, was the ribbon in the skies. And so from there I wanted to really see if I could hang in there with my peers. Hence Duke Ellington
Yeah.
School of Arts and
Mm,
Berkeley kind of taught me how to be an individual. So it wasn't
okay.
about how great you were, but how great you were in the sense of controlling your world. So it
Mm.
stopped being
Ooh,
a
that's
competition
good.
that pertains to like who's the best vocalist. Because
Mm,
what I learned in college is that there were vocalists that were like eons better. You know what I mean?
right.
Like at 18 years old, they're singing like 40-year-old men with like all the control, all the everything. And so what I understood was to say, okay, what do I need to do to perfect and better myself as an artist? What are the things that I'm weak in? You know, Lord knows it'll take me a lifetime to catch up to where they are vocally. But what I can do in the meantime is I can hone in on my writing. I can hone in on
Mm,
production. I can, get better as far as with piano, so that in the long run I can be complete. And so that
hmm.
I won't be completely strong in just one area and then lacking in others. So I wanted to be as well rounded as possible to say, I'm not,
Exactly.
yeah, it's like I may not be the greatest singer, but I'm as well rounded to say if you put me in the studio by myself, I will come out with a song or an album or
Good.
whatever this may be. So yeah.
A great one, not just a song. And I love that. I love the fact that it's not like looking at somebody else and saying, "Oh, they're better than me, why am I even singing?" It's, "Okay, what can I learn from this person?" And use it as a mirror or a magnifying glass to maybe something that you need a little more help with. But in the meantime, shoring up the parts that you're great at and working on the parts that need a little help. I love
Indeed.
it. That's sage advice for people, honestly, people who are watching and are aspiring musicians. So,
Yes.
yeah, listen, I remember when you first came on my radar, I think it was Long Song Away.
Oh man.
And oh my God, I just fell in love with your style, yeah, the words, I mean, all of it. It was just really beautiful. And what rings true in all of your music to me is that it's consistent. I mean, it's a message. It's usually about love, and yeah, people feel it. So it's beautiful. And I want to know more about the song that hasn't come out yet. Drive to. Give us some hints.
Honestly, Drive to is the title of the project. But the album is out, so make sure that you guys go and stream that or download it now. The beauty of Drive to is it's an all-purpose project. So you can wake up to it, you
Hmm,
can go to sleep, you can party to it, you can clean up to it, you can
I
whatever
like
you,
that.
there is a space in place for you to enjoy this product. And so
Okay.
I'm very, very proud of it, because this is the first time, I'd say the absolute first time of me understanding that I was the producer, the executive
Okay.
producer for a
Ooh.
project, where I just didn't fall into position. I didn't fall into
Mhm.
place to say, oh well, I guess I'm the producer. It was like I was very
Right.
conscious to say, I'm the producer of this, and so everyone that is here to help and to assist, I have to guide them. I have to motivate them,
Yeah.
create incentive. I have to allow for them to understand my vision and what I'm here to do with these records. With Looking for Love, I had someone who to help me co-write the first verse with me.
Okay.
And he's younger, and so he's like, oh man, what's going on with the record and this and that. And you have to allow for them to see your vision and your game plan before anybody else does, to say, hey man, I believe that this is a top 10, a number one record, and this is
Yeah.
how we're going to get there, and X, Y, and
Yeah.
Z. And being a producer is not just what I do as far as on keys or on MPC or with the guitar or whatever the case may be, but it's also being a visionary. It's seeing it
Yeah.
through. Okay, I have this skeleton of an idea. whether it's musical or whether it's just, as far as on the marketing side or management side, to say, this is what I see, and how can we take this idea that's within my head or within someone else's head that's for me, and actually materialize it. And so that's a part of the producer, or
Yeah.
or for that matter. But I just think that instead of saying alchemist, producer sounds a lot better and cooler. So
Yes, it does. And you know what? I mean, this is some, it can be scary. There's a double-edged sword there because
yeah,
like you were saying, when you're, just kind of falling in line and somebody's saying, okay, we need you to do this over here. All you have to do is fall in line and do it. I mean, as difficult as that might be and full as that might be, but it's not as much as it is when you're the executive producer or producer in
sure.
general, because, it's all resting on what you say. You're the
Yeah,
one telling everybody, this is this is you. It's all
yeah,
you,
yeah. And
right? A little scary.
it's definitely scary, and it takes a lot more work because
Yeah.
you, as a producer, you understand all the sides. Because when someone,
Mhm.
just say if someone says, okay, I did the beat, and then they go to sleep, and then it's like, okay, well, now I have to sit with this beat, and now I have to make it
Yeah.
mine. I have to curtail it, and I have to give it dynamic, and you know what I mean, really bring it
Yeah.
so that when they wake up in the morning to say, all right, let's hit, did you do something to it? And they hear it, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, man. Listen, I killed
Right.
that beat. Okay,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my
the,
gosh. But what control? I mean, that's got to be the ultimate. It's got to be
the,
the ultimate. I mean, because it's like this is all you.
yeah,
If
yeah,
nothing else, it's
yeah,
it's you.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's very exciting. And what made you decide to take this leap with this one?
Honestly, it was a producer by the name of Jaren Spruill, who goes by J Kids.
Okay.
He helped to co-executive produce my previous project called Audacity.
Okay.
And so I was sitting there with him, and I was like, man, eventually, man, I'm a produce something, and it's like, X, Y, and Z. And he's like, you know that you're already a producer, right? And I was like, nah, I'm not a producer like you though, right? And he's like, but you have a number one R&B record where you wrote and produced it. And I was like, I didn't think about that. You know,
Mhm. Right.
it put things into perspective to say it's not where I can't criticize where I'm at, but I can be inspired to say, and be excited about what I want to become. You know what I mean? In a
Mm.
sense,
Yeah.
as a producer is not how I start, but it's how I finish. And so
Yeah.
um
You're
I'm
here. It's
yeah, yeah. So I'm on the journey, and I'm enjoying it. Some
good.
days are really amazing, and some days, you're like, wow, I wish I had someone to hand this to, and
Right. Yeah. And
it's all
being the boss, I mean, being the boss definitely, has its advantages because you're the boss. But the
yeah,
downside is, I mean, what if somebody you thought was gonna work out, they're just not working out? And it
absolutely,
might even be a friend, I mean,
yeah.
have you come across anything like that where you're like, "You know what? It's not working for
Oh
me,"
yeah,
and you gotta
yeah. You have to. It's just like a plant or something like that. You know what I mean? If there's something that
pruning, you
is,
gotta prune it.
you gotta prune it so that the rest of the plant can thrive. And so for me, I try to be as professional as possible, and let them know,
Yeah,
hey, I appreciate all of your contributions. But at this current time, we're going in a different direction, and I
yeah.
don't think that direction of where we're going, and how you work and how you operate makes sense for us. So because you always
That's
want to,
nice.
yeah, you
Let them
always want,
down easy.
yeah, you always want to make sure that you're able to contact those people again, because you never know,
Exactly.
you know, they may actually grow and meet you somewhere else at a higher level.
Right.
You don't want to burn that bridge to say, you know what, I'm done with
Good.
you. You're going to
Right.
stay at this level, evolve,
You
so
suck, I never wanna work with you again.
exactly.
No, but that's so good because just like you said, I mean, perhaps they're great, but it just
Yeah,
doesn't match up. It doesn't line up with what you're doing right now. But at some point
exactly.
in the future, you know, yeah, that's good. That's very, very good. I wish a
Yes,
lot of people kind of had your temperament and your maturity level to kind of, do it like that. But, I mean, it's smart not to burn any bridges, especially in this industry.
absolutely.
I mean, they need you, you need them. So
Yeah,
that's kind of how it works. I love talking to you and I love this conversation and I'm so excited for you and proud of you. You're coming to the DMV actually on the 11th?
that's right.
Tell us about that.
Will June 11th, I will be at Penn Social, DC. Come out, come out, come out. We have VIP seats still left. The rest of the
Okay.
seats are pretty much gone, and then we have kind of like standing room. So I'm making sure that I curtail my show for those that have standing only seats or
Okay.
whatever the case may be, so that they can move around. So I won't leave
Oh,
you
that's
guys,
nice.
but you guys, will be able to dance, and hopefully
Nice.
that space where it's just for standing, for people that's standing, it'll turn into a dance floor. So I'm
Ooh,
intentional about that. So please come out. This is a celebration. The last time that we did DC, we did City Winery, and we did 2 shows back to back, and we sold those out.
nice.
So we wanted to have a bigger venue. And so this time we did a bigger venue. So please, if you haven't gotten your tickets, make sure that you get your tickets at kevinrossmusic.com. June 11th. Bring a friend, bring family members, your grandma, your auntie. It's the multi-generational thing.
Good.
It's gonna be a good time. So I'm excited.
That's nice. And you said, where do they get the tickets?
They get their tickets at kevinrossmusic.com.
There you go. I love it. And they can connect with you on social media as well.
Yes, and that is
At
Kevin Music on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I'm on TikTok now as I am Kevin Ross, but the rest of the handles is Kevin Ross Music on all social media
perfect.
platforms. Yeah,
That's perfect branding.
yeah.
Perfect. Kevin, you're so awesome. Anything you want to say to your fans before we say goodnight?
Thank you guys for all of the support. There's new music that's coming, new energy that's coming. Prayers to all the families that lost children, even loved ones. In
Mm,
Texas
that's
yesterday,
beautiful.
and
Yeah.
so my thoughts and prayers with you all. And yeah, just God bless, man. Let's take care of one another. Let's love up on one another, no matter what race, creed, ethnicity that we're from. We all deserve love. We came from the same God, and so at the end of the day, let's just take a little time out to love and appreciate one another. Check in, on your strong friends too. So much love to y'all.
Oh, much love to you too, Kevin. We sure do love and appreciate you. Thank you for spending time with us.
Yes.